Perfect. Okay. So, welcome. Welcome to the Quantum Playground. Thank you so much for being here today with me. Yeah, I'm really excited to share what I've put together for us. Um, this definitely could have been a 2-hour situation with the way that I operate. I'm always just naturally inclined to want to give more and do more. Um, but yeah, with that said, we do have 1 hour together and I want to make the most of it. So yeah, we're just going to dive right in. Just to share a little bit of the flow today, I will be kind of just giving some context, talking a little bit, and then we're going to just dive into a little journey. Okay. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ev, and when I think about like introductions, I'm just like, oh, I'm so many things, right? As we all are. I'm definitely a multi-hyphenate creative. I love and do so many things. But today I want to share a little bit of the work that I do in the healing arts. And so by way of title, I do identify as being a quantum healing practitioner or guide and an energy worker. What that means is I spend a lot of time in the quantum realm, quantum field, aka this like space of infinite potential, right? And I use this space for many things, for healing, for quantum travel, like we'll be doing today, for daily spiritual hygiene practices, for accessing past lives, connecting with benevolent guides and allies. I mean, it really is limitless, and it's all dependent on like what you're moving through, or what my clients are moving through, or what the container is needing. So yeah, I offer one-on-one sessions. I do lots of these group experiences online and in person. And I also lead a yearly mentorship program that's dedicated for people who want to dive deeper into like learning and really embodying a lot of these practices into their daily lives. And I'll leave it at that because it's 11:11 for me right now. I just looked at the clock. It's time. So yeah, you're gonna get a little taste of that. Um, I'll share my intention. So my intention today is to um, just, show up for you in, to the best of my abilities, show you how to access the quantum field, how to do it safely, which is very important, and how to approach it in a playful manner, right? Which is also really important, especially with like everything just being so heavy and so serious. We oftentimes forget that healing can actually be easy and fun. And also that it's not always about healing. Like it could look so many different ways, and it could just mean, we want to deepen into our multidimensionality and, you know, um, maybe expand our sensibilities or psychic abilities and such. So, yeah, I'm going to begin by just sharing a little bit about what the quantum field is through, I guess, some core principles. And this is information that you probably already know. Maybe it's new to you, maybe it isn't, right? But at the end of the day, I like sharing just context so that we're all on the same page. And for us to like be reminded of how this stuff works. And it'll be easier for us to like integrate at the end. So first of all, so what is the quantum field? I like to think of it, well, I mean, the quantum field is this invisible energy that connects everything in existence, right? And you can imagine it as an ocean of energy that exists all around us and within us. And so instead of like seeing the world as made up of these physical things or matter, quantum physics shows us that at the tiniest level, we're actually energy. Everything is energy, right? Um, Everything is energy vibrating at different frequencies. So this is, I want to say it's like Nikola Tesla who says like if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, you have to think of it in terms of energy, vibration, and frequency. So this is fundamental. Um, and in terms of time and space, it's known to be, operating outside of those limitations, right? It's not as rigid as we know it to be in the 3D. In the quantum world, we talk about it in terms of actually, let me backtrack. So what I want to share is that yes, time and space is more fluid than we perceive, right? And this is referred to as quantum entanglement. This is where like particles can exist in multiple spaces at the same time and communicate instantly across vast distances. So what this tells us is that, well, for one, it explains how distance healing works, right? How we're able to perceive information, even through a computer or without necessarily needing to be in the presence of someone or seeing someone. We can tune in and receive messages and, you know, in meditation and daydreams and night dreams, like these are experiences that we all have and that can like, um, that we understand, right? Like we have these experiences. Okay, there's like people coming in, so sorry, it's a little distracting. um, So yeah, in dreams, in daydreams, in our meditations, we do experience things like being able to connect with our loved ones, right? Or being visited by them, whether they're in this realm or if they've transitioned. And we could also connect with like different aspects of ourselves. So there is no past, present, future, right? It's not linear in this way. This is how we can connect with, for example, a younger version of ourselves, right? Our inner children. And I say children because, it's like at every age, at every moment, it's a different you. Um, Same thing with like accessing and connecting with your future self, which is different from your higher self. So we're talking about existing across timelines and across dimensions, um, in the now, right? The ever present now. So this is important for us to like remember because I know a lot of people will say, well, like they don't have a real understanding of like, well, how is it that time works? Well, like it's not time, right? Like in the quantum field, everything is existing right now, which is why we can access it right now, instantly across time and space, right? So now I want to just shift to thinking about manifestation and healing. And so I mentioned that energy, like everything is energy, right? And this includes our thoughts and our emotions. I know when I first learned, like, oh, a thought is a thing, it blew my mind, right? And that emotions actually carry like higher frequencies, lower frequencies. Um, and we know this to be like, okay, gratitude, love, um, like when you're deeply connected to yourself and everything, right? You're experiencing higher vibrational frequencies as opposed to like fear and jealousy, right? These are low vibrational. Um, And the thing here is that thoughts and emotions work hand in hand. Whenever you have a thought, you'll somehow identify to it, right? And you'll have a feeling that comes with it. Um, so I like this, I don't like this, right? Just like in simple terms. And that emotion is now emanating a certain frequency. So if it's a feeling of like, I don't like this doesn't feel good, well, it's going to be a low vibration, right? Um, and so the implication here is that our thoughts are always dictating what our energy is. And the quantum field is always interacting with that, right? Like it's matching it, it's mirroring it. And basically, it focuses on whatever that dominant frequency is. And so, essentially, what we're talking about is the fact that our outer world is a literal reflection of our inner world, right? Which is why we always say, like, go within, start within, right? It's not about chasing, it's about looking at what's going on inside. And I feel like this is where the fun begins because this is where we get to take the wheel and consciously reshape our experience from the inside out. We get to be the thinker of our thoughts and not just associate with the thoughts that are already there, which are probably conditioned by the past, other people, programming, right, et cetera, et cetera. And so we get to reprogram our systems so that we're not operating from default settings. So we start to, reclaim our sovereignty and say, okay, I'm in control. I get to call the shots from here on out, and I don't get to be necessarily guided from everything around me. I get to work from the inside. Um, But today I only share this again as foundational. I know a lot of us are already aware of this. Um, and I'm definitely not talking about like thinking happy thoughts today, right? I'm not talking about like affirmations and, mantras and stuff. I'm talking about literally restructuring our reality at an energetic level because everything starts in the energetic first. So, that's what we're going to do. And the greatest tool that we all have for doing so is our imagination. Our imagination is very powerful. It's our first eye. The, it's not just a function of the mind. It's like literally an access point to higher realms. And it activates our psychic abilities. It allows us to receive and perceive, again, beyond the veil of the physical. Um, so that's what we're doing. We're activating our first eye. We're going to use our imagination. And I'm going to take you guys on a short little journey to a place that I like to call the playground. But before we do that, we always want to start with protection. So I know a lot of people don't talk about this. They kind of just learn things and dabble and like don't have proper protocol. And I'm really big on this, as all of my teachers are. So it's something that's really important for me. Um, and you'd be surprised how many healers and body workers and people that are like literally moving energy for others don't have like a spiritual hygiene practice in place. It's really, really important. Um, and it's important because we have to remember that like we are in a dualistic reality where like just as there are benevolent beings and energies, there are also malevolent ones. So before we engage in any energy work or any quantum travel, opening portals, it's really essential to make sure that your field is clear and protected. And clear because you want to make sure that you're operating solely on your own authentic energy, as opposed to like operating from a space that's like cluttered with other people's stuff, and protected so that you are like so that the guidance and the information that you receive is trusted as pure and safe, right? So we're going to start right there. Um, I'm going to play a little music because that tends to help us just sort of like drop in. Just make sure you're in a comfortable place where you can let your body relax. And I'm going to guide us through a little shielding practice and then move on from there. So, same. Let me know if you can hear music in the background. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, so I did a lot of talking and I try to do it a little bit fast so that we can get to this part. But it's time for us to slow down, essentially. So if you're in a place where you can relax and close your eyes, you can go ahead and do that now. And I want you to start by just taking some nice, deep breaths. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Breathing deeply. Just allowing your breath to slow down your mind, slow down your body. We're shifting into a relaxed state. Just slowly relaxing and letting go of any tension held in the body. If there's anything in your field, any thoughts, any chatter, you can kind of just imagine these as being open tabs on your computer. And you're just gonna close your tabs, close everything out. And bringing your full presence right here, right now. And I want you to begin by imagining a large, bright light making its way down and above your head. This light is pure, untouched source energy. It's the highest frequency that exists. And I want you to notice its color and any sensations that arise as it shines brightly above you. Now see as a lotus flower begins opening at your crown, getting ready to receive this energy. Allow the light to pour down into your crown, making its way down and into your heart. And feel as it fills your heart completely. That bright and powerful light emanating through every layer of your being. Let this energy expand outwards from your heart, and watch as it grows bigger and bigger and bigger, slowly encompassing more and more of your body until it locks into place all the way at the outer edges of your aura. Creating a shield of protection all around you. This light has the ability to shift and transform everything it touches, dissolving densities and bringing life to every part of your being. Every muscle, every organ, every bone, see how it moves through your bloodstream. Every cell, down to the smallest of particles. And notice how this feels. Notice if you feel lighter, if you feel any tingling sensations or movement within your body or your field. And maybe you feel deep gratitude, deep love. Just let this energy, this frequency permeate you and just soak every part of you right up. And while you're here, I want you to imagine a cord extending from the Earth's core, reaching up and connecting to the base of your energy field. This will keep you grounded as we prepare to travel. Now, visualize a large golden sphere appearing right in front of you. This is our quantum playground. And notice that it's already protected, it's already grounded. Within this realm is a place of infinite creative play and possibility. Allow an entrance to reveal itself. Perhaps it's a portal, a door, a gate. And then go ahead and step through. As you arrive, you'll find yourself in a vast landscape of rolling meadows. The grass is tall and vibrant. The air feels perfect. And the sky is a unique array of beautiful, moving colors. These colors are more vivid than anything you've ever seen. Colors you've never seen before. And as you stand there and observe, you hear the sound of moving water. There's a river nearby. And I want you to go there now. This river is sacred, and its waters are healing. Its waters moving gently over smooth, crystalline rocks. And as you step closer, to get a better look, the rocks reveal themselves to be crystals, sacred crystals of all kinds, from all places. Go ahead and lay in the river. There's a perfect, comfortable spot just for you. And as you lay down, notice how the temperature of the water is just right and how the crystals adjust to hold you perfectly. Feel as the river flows all around you, and how somehow it's also moving through you. And just be here for a moment. Go ahead and start making your way out of the river, noticing how you feel, feeling fresh, feeling renewed. And now notice that in the distance, there's a dense group of trees on top of a hill. You didn't see it before, but you can now. there's a clear path that takes you to the opening of those woods. I want you to go there now. Standing at the opening of these beautiful trees. Each tree is unique, some familiar, some completely otherworldly. These are the elders of the land, the guardians of wisdom. And there's one tree in particular calling to you. You'll know which one it is right away. And go to it now. And I'm going to leave you here for a moment. I want you to go ahead and start by introducing yourself. Listen for a response. Ask any questions that arise. Receive any guidance. And just allow yourself to engage with the curiosity of a child and just listen. I want you to go ahead and say goodbye and thank you for now. And start to make your way out of those woods. Standing at the hilltop, overlooking the landscape, you notice there's a shimmering round platform in the far, far distance. It's reflecting the colors of the sky. This is our next meeting point, and we will be traveling there by flying. So I want you to go ahead and tune into the energy of a winged being, whether that's a type of bird, a dragon, a fairy, whatever calls to you. And I want you to just hold the image of this winged being in your mind. And then I want to allow it to enter you. And as it does, you notice it starts to activate your wings. Just go ahead and allow your wings to fully come out, fully transform, and take flight. As you do, you might notice others shape-shifting and taking flight too. And as you fly, pay attention to any feelings, any sensations, the energy that's moving through you. And take time to observe the land below. Maybe you see lights in the distance. Maybe you see structures. Something unexpected. Go ahead and enjoy the flight. And we'll plan to arrive at the platform shortly. as you stand here, preparing to return, I want you to take a moment to observe and appreciate the magic and infinite potential of this playground. Everything here is alive, not just the trees, but the grass, the river, the crystals, the hills. Every element of this realm can be experienced in profound ways. And so as you say goodbye for now, notice how the entire land responds. And I want you to bring a smile to your face. And gently start bringing yourself back into your body, allowing this realm to slowly fade. Taking a nice deep breath in and slow exhale out. Gently coming back into your physical body and opening your eyes whenever you feel ready. There's no rush. The playground is always available to you, and you can return at any time to explore different areas that may have caught your attention. You can revisit the river or deepen your connection with its energies. The more you explore, the more will reveal itself. This was just an introduction. And I highly encourage you to journal your experiences. And as people are coming back and we begin to close out, I wanted to share that something that's very helpful for integrating and understanding the impact of today's journey, and that is that the mind and the body can't actually tell the difference between a physical experience and a vividly imagined experience. So the body responds to everything as real. It releases corresponding chemicals, creates memories, and archives them in your being. And so in this journey, we weren't just imagining, we were actively experiencing the healing, the flying, the shape shifting, the connection. And with every impossible act, we were actually forming new neural pathways, right? We were activating parts of the DNA that were ready to awaken by the experience of things that the logical mind can't reason. And so it expands our perception of what's possible. And then the shift in consciousness will ultimately shift our thoughts, which will shift our beliefs. It will help us with problem solving abilities, right? Being able to see and receive things outside of the norm, outside of the box, and ultimately change the way that we move through life with this energy of boundlessness. And so, yeah, today you were invited into a quantum container that was created with the intention of exploration and activation through play. But we can actually create all kinds of realms. We can create realms for our ideas, our businesses. We can design spaces for healing, for connecting with loved ones, and so much, like I mentioned before. But yeah, I just want to say thank you